This is Kevin Mayo, and today we're drinking Lawson's Finest Liquids Sip of Sunshine. This is one of the holy grail of beer geeks. So, they're a small brewery up in Vermont, and almost no capacity. They don't do tours. You can't go buy beer there. Just really small. They call themselves a small artisanal brewery. And they have hooked up with Two Roads in Stratford, Connecticut, which has like a 100-barrel system. They can brew a ton of beer. And they are producing this beer now, distributed in Connecticut and in Vermont. And I am in Connecticut, so I'm lucky enough to get it. It's still rare even now. Even the brewing it at Two Roads, I could buy a 2-can minimum when I bought it. So it says, this is a lupulin-ladin India Pale Ale packed with juicy tropical fruit character, bright floral aromas, and delectable layers of hop flavor. Pour mindfully, inhale deeply, and enjoy a tropical vacation in a glass. And always store it cold. There is a date on the bottom. This was canned on April 15th. Today is May 4th, so it's only about 3 weeks old, and it is 8% alcohol by volume. And that's enough of me flapping my gums. Let's do some drinking. As always, if you like the reviews, please subscribe, and please leave comments, because we love talking about beer. Like I said, this is one of the beers that people go nuts for, so let's take a look and see what we got. First off, we got probably 3 fingers of head, and it's a beautiful orange color. I don't know if we can see it. I don't have any lights shining directly from the camera, but a beautiful orange color. Not a lot of carbonation. I would say this is strictly unfiltered. It's pretty hazy, and maybe just a slight of off-white head, but basically I would call it a white head on it. And aroma is just bursting with flavors. Oh, I got mango and that really rich, deep pine. Grapefruit. And that double IPA dank, really rich. And then it becomes pine, but cut grass. Yeah, mango, grapefruit, pine, cut grass. And here we go. We're going to try it. So, it's been a long day. And you say, after a long day, what do you want to drink? Well, I want to drink a double IPA. Well, not just any double IPA. I want to drink a great double IPA. So, we get a little bit of malt up front. Get a little bit of grapefruit in there. It really finishes quite bitter. I wouldn't call it a West Coast bitter finish. Maybe I call it a strong East Coast. I mean, it's definitely leaning towards more West Coast, less East Coast, but definitely some real bitter on the back end. It finishes quite dry. You can really feel the hop oil on the tongue, the resin on the tongue. Again, we start with a little bit of malt up front, a little toasted, just a hint of sweetness. Get some grapefruit in there. Get the nice pine in there. Then it finishes quite bitter. And even the bitter, I get like a grapefruit bitter. A lot of times I say grapefruit flavor and you don't get the grapefruit bitter, but I almost got like a hint of if you were actually eating grapefruit for the bitter flavor at the back end. This is a really, really solid, great IPA. It's bumping up there with some of the best ones I've ever had. I don't think I'd put this above a Heady, but it's right up there. I'm trying to think of what else I've had that I would compare this to. I really like Maine Lunch a lot, which I know is a single IPA. Like that one a lot. I find this one probably fairly similar to that. I'd have to go try another lunch to figure out which one I want better. Again, nice and fresh. That really helps a lot. That really helps bring out the flavor. I just find some of the floral stuff is a little bit more subdued than some of the other ones. But if you could get this one, you will definitely enjoy it. I'm not dogging this at all. I mean, I was like, I got great, or greatest, and greater. You know, so we're right there. Score-wise, this is a 95. This is just a solid, as good as, this is probably the best score I've given anything all year long. So, until next time, keep drinking.